In this lab session we will see how you can work with Glance, that is the image service inside your OpenStack, and then we'll create an image for our OpenStack platform here, and then we will see how you can use that, and also we will try to create this image via CLI client, and also we'll try to create image via web GUI. So for doing that, first we need to have a image available, means disk, so that we can add that as a image. So for doing that, first we need to log into the controller node. So let me go and log into controller node example.com, and then here we do source first, keystone rc admin v3. So now here one thing you need to remember, in you can have a Red Hat 7 image from Red Hat common repository. So let me do one thing, yum list all and then grep for guest to have the proper name for the RHEL7. So this RHEL Red Hat, they provide a QCOW2 image via their repository, so you can install this package and get that QCOW file, so that you can use that as a image. So here you can see RHEL7 guest image. So we will install this package so that we will have the RHEL QCOW file available for us. So RHEL7 guest -image -7. So let's see whether it's coming or not. So as I was telling, for downloading this, you should have this RHEL7 server, RH common, RPMs. This repository should be enabled. If you don't have this one, you will not be able to download this image. So let's install this package so that we will have the QCOW image for RHEL7 in our system. So let's wait for it to get installed. So you can see it's almost 453 MB of size. So that's the minimum image size of image. So that let's install it. So as you can see, that package is been installed. So once you install this package, so what it does, it puts QCOW2 image inside your USR share. So let's go to the directory USR share, and then you'll be able to see there is a RHEL7 guest image directory. So let's do one thing, RHEL guest image 7. So here you'll be able to see the QCOW image. So QCOW image, this is the image file. So we will use this image to this QCOW disk to create a image for our OpenStack platform. So let's create that. So for doing that, we will use the command OpenStack image. So before creating image, let's list whether we have any existing image or not. So as you can see, it's blank, so that means we don't have any image created so far. So let's create the first image. So OpenStack image create. So let's give where from we are creating the image. So that's file USR share RHEL7 guest image dot QCOW. So this is the file name, then hyphen disk format equals to QCOW2. So because you can see here that image is in QCOW2 format, so for that we are giving that image format as a disk format as QCOW2, and then container format is pair, and we are making it as a public. So once you are done with this, then you give the name. So RHEL 7 underscore image. So that's the name. So let's before executing this command, once again verify it. So OpenStack image create, so we are creating from file, so hyphen file, then we are giving the full path of that disk, QCOW2 disk, and then we are giving the disk format. So here we are using QCOW2, so we are giving QCOW2. So suppose you have a VHD or VMDK, so in that case you have to give the disk format as VMDK, and then container format equals to bare, so we are going to use it in a bare image, and then we are making it as a public by using option hyphen public, and then we are giving the name RHEL7. Let's put as a cloud underscore image. So once you're done with that, give enter. So you should be able to see the image been created. So this is what you will get. So you can see like status as active and visibility is public. So we can again cross verify by running the command OpenStack image list. So you should be able to see the image. So you can verify that full information also. So for doing that, OpenStack image show and give that ID, give enter. So you will be able to see the same information what you saw during the creation. So same thing you can verify from your Horizon dashboard also. So let's go back to Horizon, and if you now refresh this page, that image pages, you should be able to see the newly created image. So yes, so you can see that bin image been created, and the owner is admin, and this is a type of image, and visibility is public. So that means anyone can use this image. So if you want to protect it, you can put it as a protected, and this format is as a QCOW2. So now you want to launch an instance, so you will be like creating here launch, so it will launch an instance. So like that you can create and upload an image to your OpenStack platform. So this is one we created. So now we will be creating another one image that's for Fedora. So let's see how we can use that also to create another new image. So for doing that, first what we will do, we will navigate to the page from where we can get the Fedora public image. So let's do that. Search for Fedora OpenStack image. Let's put for download. So this is the site from where you can get an publicly available Fedora image for our OpenStack. So you can see here cloud based image for OpenStack. So let's do one thing, let's try to download this in our controller node and then use that for our image. So let's copy this link, go back to our controller node. So let's see where we are here. So let's go to home directory. So let's verify where we have the enough space. So we have enough space in our home itself, so 5.5 GB is there. So let's do one thing, wget, and then try to download that image. Sorry, so wget is not there, so let's install wget so that we will have the image downloaded in our local machine. So now let's run the same thing, wget. So it will be downloading, so wait for some time. So it's been downloaded as a Fedora cloud base. So let's see how we can use this image, QCOW2 disk for creating a image for Fedora. So let's go back to our Horizon. We will try to do it via Horizon. Let's see how we can do. So in Horizon, you are here, you click on create image. So for doing that, so let's put Fedora. So we have downloaded for Fedora 29. So let's put Fedora 29 underscore cloud underscore image. So let's put the description as a Fedora 29 cloud image. So source type is file. So let's browse for the file. Alright, this will be taking from your local file system. So let's try to click on source. So you can come here and suppose you can go for a browse, and if you have any image available inside your system, like suppose you have this downloaded, suppose you select that QCow image and then you go to the format. So here we are uploading as a QCow2 image, so click on QCow2, and then here if you want to have any requirement for kernel and all, so you can select those things. Architecture, if you have anything, minimum disk requirement, suppose you want to have minimum 10 GB disk, and minimum RAM, suppose you want to have 2 GB, so 2048 MB, you do on that. And then suppose you want to make it as a private, you click on private, or else if you want to make it as a public, you click on public, and then you click on protected, yes or no. And then if you click on create image, so you should be able to see that it is been created as a RHL sorry Fedora 7 image. So you can see here is been created. As I didn't download that image fully, I just use that QCow2 disk. So just for showing you as an example, you can see here size is showing as 11.65 kb. If you would have downloaded the full image, it would have come as a 200 or 300 MB, whatever is the size for that Fedora disk, the cloud image disk. So like this you can create and upload images to your OpenStack cloud platform. So here one thing I need to tell you here, that suppose you want to not to use these publicly available images, but you want to have your own image, means you own customized create image to upload in your OpenStack platform. So that is also possible. So what you can do in that case, you create an VM suppose in your machine, or in your environment. Suppose you have a VMware or you have Hyper-V. So you create a VM, you prepare that whatever you want to have, like suppose how much size or what all packages you want to have it installed. So you do all those things, then you install cloud in it and make that as a generalized image, like it should not have any host name, it should not have any IP address. So those changes you make it, and for IP it should go for a DHCP. So you do change those things, and then you upload directly that VHD or VMDK or QCow2 disk to your OpenStack platform, so that you can have that uploaded in your OpenStack platform. And next time if someone wants to deploy a new machine with that image, he can have that available and have that image created inside your OpenStack platform. So here one more thing to tell you, suppose here you created the image and you don't want to have that image available anymore. So what you can do in that situation, if you want to delete that image, you go back to your images page from your admin user, and then you click on this drop down and you click on delete image. So if you click on this delete image, it will delete the image. So let's try that. So you click on delete image, so it will give you a warning that it will not be recoverable anymore. You just do yes, so you confirm that delete image. So you will be seeing that your image is been deleted. You will get that message. So you can see like deleted successfully. So in that, now if you go back to your controller node again, and if you verify once again that whether you have the image available or not. So let's do image list. You'll be able to see that only the Red Hat image is available. So if you want to delete via client, CLI client, so you do OpenStack image delete, then you put the image name. So let's copy and paste. You should be able to see it's been deleted. So let's verify that image list. So you will see that image is not available anymore. So like this you can very quickly and easily delete unused or unnecessary images also from your OpenStack platform.